What a week, huh?
Hey, man. Want me to lend a hand with this?
I have something for you. The exercise equipment you asked for. Awesome, man! I knew I could rely on you. Can't wait to try these babies out.
Talk to you. Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
Okay, just lie still and think of something engaging.
When will you have the results?
Not before I finish scanning everybody. You're the first one, so after we finish, you can go to bed and come back in the morning. I should know more by then. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Feels like waiting for high school finals or something. Hey, you wanted to talk? Yeah. I wanted to thank you for getting me that exercise equipment again. You have no idea how it helped me to stay sane in here. But I was thinking, what if we built something everyone could benefit from? Yeah. I was hoping to upgrade the social room so we could entertain ourselves more. That's also a good idea, but I was gonna suggest something a little different, better. A whole new module where we could work out. Spend our free time in a healthy way, instead of playing beer pong or watching TV. Oh, okay. I'm not saying no. But you're not saying yes? I guess I'm saying maybe then. You know me, glass half full. I can work very well with a maybe. Thanks. Something's gonna be wrong. I just know it.
this now?
About the miner's arm. Kudos to you for sticking to the hard way. Let me just say, the miner's much more self-confident now. You know, it's funny how real it feels. All of us here, like a proper crew, fighting or helping each other out. Just like actual people. Yeah.
Hey, man. The fridge looks empty.
Hello. So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. The mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No. Not all. Almost everyone is affected, one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You know what that means?
That it's because of rubidium?
Oh, I wouldn't go so far. You were the only one who wasn't created with it, true. But there were so many other factors. The speed with which our brain tissue was forced to grow, external circumstances, like radiation, that could have disrupted the process somehow. There are two things we know for sure. One, creating any other altar will most probably result in the same condition. And two, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days. Look, man. I know you're not the emotional type, but is this the moment you want to talk about how you feel? I appreciate what you're trying to do here. Stop and think about it for a moment before we move on to try and find a solution. But what do you want me to say? If you look at it from a certain angle, death is a logical outcome of events. I suppose not knowing exactly what caused it bothers me more than not being immortal. The only thing I'm really scared of is the possibility that this mission will fail because I won't be around. So, how do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends. Oh, come on. I don't believe that. You always have something smart-ass to say about everything. And you never give up, do you? I have to say, it's contagious. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks. I discovered something new. An anomaly that seemed to be pulsating. Pulsating? As in shrinking and expanding? Yeah, and it seemed to have two cores inside. Very interesting. Thank you for bringing this observation to me. I suppose destroying it will be easier if you time your movement accordingly to the pattern in which it pulsates? Huh. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. surprisingly well. I'm looking for that goddamn silver lining you keep talking about. Hey, how are you holding up? Shit, man. What can I tell you? It's what always happens, right? Just when you start hoping things can change, someone or something decides to drop a goddamn bomb on you. Story of my fucking life. Don't worry, we'll find a way out of this. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Jan Dolski never gives up, right? We're just gonna work our asses off until we either make it or break it. Yeah. Hey, how's the new arm? Shit, man, I never thought I'd be so worked up about a part of myself. I can't stop looking at it. It's so, neat. Here. Wow. Cute, right? And guess what? No pain. I can't thank you enough, bro. I know how much it cost you to make that shit. And you nabbed some rubidium for me as well. Not to mention pissing off our whiz kid. Careful there. I wouldn't have done anything without the scientist's research. Oh, you're right. Here's to you and fucking Brainiac. This arm can do anything for both of you now. Well, no, not anything. You know what I mean, like, work-wise. Sure. Just get back to what you were doing, all right? Solution.
My workplace is damaged. Should I work on this while you're scheduling repairs?
Am I needed there? FYI, looks like we're running low on repair kits. Man, I sure hope we'll get some treatment soon. Another lovely day with a brain mutation. What if I'm right? We should at least try.
We have perfectly good shielding mechanisms.
Yeah, right.
Is there a problem? Listen, Jan, we're fed up with your mistakes.
What do you mean, fed up? What is this?
Morale is at an all-time low. You need to reevaluate your priorities or else.
What exactly do you want me to improve?
Good leadership requires treating people as equals, or at least creating a credible impression of doing so. Stop ordering us around like puppets.
I hear you. I'll do what I can.
FYI, looks like we're running low on ingredients. Want me to go there, Chief?
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
Okay, I'm done. I can do this now. Can't get rid of you. Jan, we're dangerously low on repair kits. I'm telling you, those systems were designed by eggheads who know nothing about Rapidium. I'm done here. Should I do this now? Can't get rid of you. Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
So, you think the passive radiation filter calmed the crew? I didn't hear any more theories about enriched metals wreaking havoc in our bodies, if that's what you're asking about. Great. And crisis averted. Bravo. Now that you've tackled this issue, I trust you'll be inspired to deal with our illness as well?
Lucas, what took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
We've encountered another obstacle. But it's not my worst problem.
Why? What's going on out there?
My alters. They're suffering from a mysterious disease.
What do you mean?
Some strange brain mutation. Molly... The sheep I had to create to test rupidium had it too. She died without warning.
Shit, Jan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Yeah. Rupidium. Not so great after all.
Yeah, I guess it couldn't be perfect. Nothing is. Not in this world. Still, we can't give up, Jan. Not yet. Maybe there is a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew, and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell, are you sure I can trust him? Last time I spoke to him, turned out he's in some kind of conflict with the corporation. What's this guy's agenda, really?
Well, looks like he trusted you since he told you all about it. Look, don't worry. It's not really a conflict, it's just... Well, it was very unfair how they treated him. Shut down his lab, basically killed his scientific career. He was like a fish taken out of water, you know? And now seeing what you've done, he must have felt so excited, like it wasn't all for nothing. And he's jumping into a river again.
His research must have been interesting. I mean, the corporation decided to shut it down. That says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. What can I say? Not many people were ready for it. Altering mind records. I mean, we were on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science. But the practical implications, they could change so much more. And we were just a step away from getting it right.
We?
Yeah, I worked with him on Project Ela. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
Now, you said something about an obstacle blocking your way? How serious is that?
To be honest, I don't know. I haven't investigated it properly yet. All I know is that it's some kind of a gravity field distortion.
Gravity distortion? Shit. Well, that would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Jan. I'd advise you to use a gravity sensor to collect as much data as soon as possible. Neutralizing this thing might take some time and resources.
Yeah, I'll jump right on it.
Hang in there, Jan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
You must be pretty scared, being the oldest.
What? The country. If I die first, I won't have to watch the rest of you.
Before you head out, make sure you have all the important equipment.
Lucas, what's up now? Kinda busy here.
I know. It's that I've only just learned the big news. You managed to build one. A Rapidium arc. Man, congrats. That's really heavy stuff.
Yeah. It's important. I got that. Now, can I get back to saving my ass down here?
Sure. Sorry. I didn't mean to. How are you getting on?
Just leave me to it, okay? Talking won't help much.
Of course. You know what you're doing.
Why do I get the feeling you want something from me?
Well, it's not that I want something.
So?
I just thought, well, it really can make a difference if you bring back one arc, or, well, more. Since you already have the outpost in place, you know? All the infrastructure.
Okay. No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Mr. Dolski. It really means a lot to me. And to so many others, I'm sure.
No problem.
those trees? That's impossible. How can there be life here? Wonder if I could get a closer look at them.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? All done. Should I take care of this now?
My stuff landed here.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? Hey man, can you hear me? Where am I? What is this? Take it easy. You're on strong sedatives. What the hell? I know. You're confused. That's perfectly fine. Really? So, who are you? Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, we need to focus on you, just to make sure you're all right. Can you answer a few questions for me? Okay. Do you remember who you are?
I'm Jan Dolski.
Good. And what is your role on this mission, Jan?
I'm a botanist. So, wait, this is it? The mission? Did we land?
Yes. Don't worry. We're safe.
But, so, where's the captain?
She didn't make it. Actually, no one did. It's just me here.
You? What about me? Are you... Are you real?
Just as real as you.
Then, what's going on?
It's like we're alternative versions of the same person.
Wow, but why is this happening?
Okay. There was a bad accident during the landing. No one else survived. I had to use my DNA to recreate a crew if I wanted to save the mission.
That doesn't make any sense. We're not exactly the same.
Yes, we're different. You made different decisions in your life.
I'm not sure I understand.
You know what? I think you should just rest a little and read the mission logs. You'll find all the answers there.
Sure. Yeah, mission logs, so why not? Hey, wait. If all this is... If I mean... What about my wife? Where is she? I need to know.
She's on Earth, and we need to figure out how to get there.
Okay. What do you want from me?
We'll need all the help we can get. Someone to run the greenhouse, prep the food, so on. Trust me, you'll have a lot to do.
I'm not sure I'm ready to work just like that.
Right. Like I said, rest, go through the logs, meet the rest of the crew, and let's talk again in a while.
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
There's gotta be another way.
That alien thing is inside one of us, damn it. We gotta test our blood with the pathogen to figure out who before it feeds again.
Really, all horrors are the same.
No reaction. You're clean.
What about you, Quay? Where were you when Martinez was attacked?
I was burying my wife.
Oh, God.
Nothing. Sherman, you're up.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a great idea. Feels a little unsanitary to me.
It's the only way. None of us are safe until we find out who's infected.
Really? It's the only way?
Kinda gotta agree with Sherman here, guys. Not sure about this whole test thing.
Sherman's just stalling because he's afraid of what we'll find.
Oh, right, you think maybe he's the alien?
Nuh-uh! I'm just not jumping at the opportunity to cut my hand with a reused knife.
You just sterilized it.
He just waved a bic in front of it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, not very thorough. Maybe we skip this.
I could give you some of my blood, just give me some dental floss. I bleed every time.
You can't combine the blood with spit. It'll contaminate the sample, Sherman.
Okay, but we can use a rusty blade covered in everybody else's
getting
blood.
scary.
Oh.
The more you refuse, the more we know it's you.
Oh, that's kind of a good point. Makes you seem like an alien.
No, it's not me. It's the principle of the thing. What if I do give my blood and it does react because of some problem with your pathogen test? How do we know it's even accurate?
He has a good point. Yeah, how do we know it's even accurate? Maybe the test isn't that good.
My wife developed that test right before she was killed. She gave it to me with her last breaths.
And I'm sorry that happened. All of us have lost somebody up here, but also, she's not around. So we're gonna just take her word for it, not mine?
Seems kind of hypocritical.
How do we even know it's an alien thing to begin with, huh? I mean, sure, we can't find that mysterious embryo we mined from the core of the meteorite, but did we really check everywhere? Look at this place. There's like a ton of, as everybody looked in every nook and cranny, right?
Right, and even if it is an alien, how do we know it's not nice? Maybe it's a super nice alien, maybe it just was a little grumpy because it got woken up after 30,000 years, and it happens to subsist on human flesh, but that's not anything personal, that's just like out of necessity, so it could be really nice.
Right, it could be nice. Did we even think about that? Or are we too busy coming up with some gross blood test thingy because we can't deal with our control issues?
Watch something else.
I'm gonna get that blood. I don't care if it's from your thumb or from your goddamn throat.
Hey, whoa, hey, hang on.
Out of my way. I know what an alien life form looks like when I see it.
Do you? Or did you just forget what a friend looks like? Guys! Come on, I mean, this week has been crazy! I mean, I saw a guy dragged by his large intestines. I saw the captain's head get blown off, clean off her body. It's been nuts. But you know what else I saw? I saw Kara help Martinez figure out the Wi-Fi. I saw Richards dominate at Codenames. Sky 4? Are you kidding me? I saw Quay help me, the one last-minute transfer that nobody else knew or had any reason to trust, feel welcome and at home no matter where I originally came from. Guys, we're a team.
That's ridiculously
You know,
amusing.
at the end of the day, does it really matter which one of us is the alien? What matters is that we're all together. Right? Right, Richard? So what do you say? Shake hands?
Love you, man.
What? Sherman was the alien? He always seemed so nice. He never said anything to me about my weird skin, eye, and voice condition. Honestly, there was a moment there where I thought I might be the alien. My skin thing's been acting up. I don't know if anybody noticed.
That's your self-worth issue.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not real.
It's honestly like I have this body dysmorphia thing where I see my face and I go like, maybe I'm an alien, but...
36 hours of steady rainfall have left many homes in the metro area knee-deep in floodwaters.
Would you like me to go there? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey, wait. Is that some kind of a projection?
safely into my pocket. Let's see if my crew appreciates a relaxing landscape inside the base.
Hey, how are you holding up?
I'm doing my best, thanks. Just trying to come to terms with it. I mean, dying? Seems so surreal, you know?
I can't believe it's true either. There has to be a way to prevent it. And I know we'll find it.
Yeah. Let's not lose hope.
So how's the workout going? You happy with your barbells?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for making the effort.
You feeling all right?
Honestly, my body feels great. I feel much stronger already, but
what?
But it's not okay. I'm not okay. I think I was deceiving myself. I did feel incompatible, but it wasn't because my body was incomplete. It was because my soul was missing something. Or someone, to be more precise. Someone I loved. Ben.
Ben? Yeah? Is it really so surprising for you? Actually, not that much. Of course not. You remember our basketball team captain? Yeah, I do, but I always thought that was just for laughs. Oh, yeah, for laughs. What about your cousin's boyfriend in the summer of... Okay, yeah, you win. I always thought of it as a phase, experimenting with different stuff. Well, I thought that about my experiments with girls. But it wasn't a phase. It felt right for you. You just never met the right guy. Yeah. I guess I met the right woman instead. And I met Ben, which means in our case, it wasn't really about looking for a woman or a man, just finding the right person. So, you miss this guy. We became inseparable. He talked me into taking up a job at an offshore oil rig. And one day, when we were on shore leave, Ben started talking about rubidium and space mining missions. He was so excited about it. Wanted us to enroll there and then. And did you? We both did. And then we got totally wasted, which was a bad idea because that was our last day off. So the next day, our transport arrives and Ben gets on it without me. I'm just too damn hungover. So I stay behind, miss my shift, make calls to tell them I'll get on the next transport. But I never do. Because that day, there's a major gas leak on the rig. The whole thing blows up, killing 12 people, including Ben. After that, I just kept blaming myself for not being there with him. I kept turning it over and over in my head, wondering if I could have done something. I'm so sorry, man. Well, that's the twisted thing. I appreciate your empathy, but you don't have to be sorry. I don't? No. Because it's not what really happened, right? Okay. At first, I was too confused to even think about it, and I guess I tried to keep Ben and that whole story at arm's length. It was depressing enough to realize who I was, or what I was. Ripple on the water of someone else's life. And I don't like being depressed, you know that. Yeah. But doing more and more of those bench presses, I just couldn't avoid thinking that if my real life path was different and I, meaning you, never even met Ben, then that means there's a possibility he might still be alive, if he exists at all. And the more I think about it, the more certain I am that I just want to know. I want to know what the real reality looks like. Does that make any sense to you? Okay, tell you what, why don't we try and find out more about him when we get back? If we get back. If you get back. Not much chance for me to make it. We both know that. No, Jan, you don't get it. I need to know now. It would just be so amazing to discover a different, better ending to my story. Oh, come on. Can't you use your contact with Earth to ask around? And what would I say? I know there's rubidium to mine and the sun's chasing us, but hey, you don't happen to know anything about it, Ben? Well, yeah, everything sounds ridiculous if you don't put your heart in it. I'm just asking you to take me seriously, buddy. Think you can do that? Okay. No promises, but I can try.
Thanks, man. Seriously, I know it's a lot.
Need to narrow down the search a bit, though.
Sure. The name's Ben Harris. Actually, his full name's Benjamin, but he never liked it. The Ben I knew anyway. So I was thinking, since my Ben was so hyped up about going on a Dolly mission, if he exists, there's a solid chance he applied in this reality too, which means he's gotta be an Ally Corps database of candidates.
Okay. Let's find out if you really know him that well. Hello?
Jan, Maxwell here.
It's good to hear you. Things are getting more and more tense in here.
Yeah, I know. Lucas told me everything. I set to work at once analyzing the data you sent. I won't lie to you. This condition you discovered is something never seen before. I can confirm what you probably already suspect. It is highly probable that it is induced by accelerated brain tissue development which your alters have undergone. I am very sorry this has happened, but nobody could have predicted it. As I've said before, you're a pioneer, Jan. Unexpected setbacks come with the job.
Being a builder is my job.
It's the job you signed up for. But it's not who you are anymore, is it? Not just who you are. You've crossed the threshold, and now, I suppose, well, you have to face the trial.
I don't like how that sounds.
It's understandable. Just try to keep an open mind.
What would I have to do?
Prepare a treatment based on biological material from a healthy donor.
Donor of what exactly?
Brain cells.
Great. I volunteer.
That's generous of you, but you can't donate brain tissue.
What? Why not? I'm the only one who's not affected.
Because it would kill you. It's not blood samples we're talking about, but a significant amount of brain tissue from the cortex.
So, how did you want me to get it?
There is only one solution. You have rapidium, Jan. You have the womb. All you need to do is create a copy of your body, but without applying the branching procedure. By leaving its mind records blank, you will create a being with no awareness, no feelings, no thoughts. A biological vessel, if you will. A tabula rasa.
That doesn't sound very nice. But I guess it could work.
It has to work. Just follow the instructions I send you and you can cure your alters with healthy brain tissue very effectively.
So, tabula rasa is doomed to die.
Oh, I see what worries you. The possible existence of the human factor some people call the soul. Personally, I prefer the word used by Avicenna, essence. You see, Avicenna made a distinction between essence and existence, which he thought was the domain of the accidental, or, as you would put it, the choices that shape us. Essence, on the other hand, is that core of a being which endures, regardless of any circumstances. For Avicenna, essence proved that there was a God who created us. For me, it's a whole new field of study. Just think about it. What if we looked at this essence just like we look at any other aspect of a human being? Its body, mind, emotions, something that can be scientifically observed, trained, even enhanced. Isn't that exactly what you were doing with your alters, Jan?
Is that what you want me to do with them? Train them? Enhance them?
Of course not. I was only trying to show you how deeply rooted we are in sentimental superstitions our culture imposes on us. All I'm suggesting is that you look at this empty altar's essence in the same way a sculptor looks at a stone that is too brittle to carve in. There's no logical reason to fear dismissing it. Lucas and I went back to our old research to recreate a piece of code we once discarded. One that allowed for a much more flexible approach to erasing human memories. It can serve you to increase the capabilities of the quantum computer and create a tabula rasa version of yourself.
Upgrade the quantum computer? With the use of your banned research, but what about Ally Corp? What about the consequences for me when they find out about all the rules I've broken? A simple builder? I mean, creating my altars is one thing, but this... I could get accused of much bigger violations.
Can I trust you, Jan?
That depends. If I can trust you.
I'm putting a lot at stake for you. Of course you can trust me. Ally Corp doesn't have to know anything. Whatever happens from now on can stay strictly between you and me. I told you that I'd do anything to protect your mission, and I wasn't joking. Follow my instructions, and I'll take care of everything else.
Ally Corp has a big medical department. My ex-wife works there. Are you sure we shouldn't turn to them for help instead of harvesting this biological vessel against the law?
You managed to keep both your wife and her employers at arm's length for so long, and I can only repeat that it was the wisest decision. You need to believe me, it really isn't in your interest, or the interest of your alters, for them to find out. We can do this. Are you with me?
All right. I'll trust you.
Thank you. Let me make one thing clear. My goal isn't to undermine Ally Corp's operations. It's not resentment that drives me. Yes, my career was broken because of their short-sightedness, but I'm not seeking revenge. I just believe that I have a much deeper understanding of the full potential of your mission, and the means to execute this potential. All they could ever do is take the rupidium you found and use it to boost the prices of their shares. Sure, maybe a few hungry people would benefit as a side effect, but it would all be temporary, insignificant, an opportunity lost. So, no, I'm not against them. But I know that by withholding some information from them, we can achieve so much more. And I'm relieved you feel the same way. Keep me posted on your progress.
Lucas, what's up?
I thought I'd check up on you. How's that bridge going?
Not so peachy. I have to admit I'm struggling a little to make it in time. Why do you ask?
Well, I just wanted to tell you again how important what you're doing is. You know, collecting rupidium. In case you forgot, which would be totally understandable. I mean, I wouldn't want you to feel pressured. You don't have to worry about it now if you've got more important things on your list. Just, don't forget about it completely, okay? Keep it in the back of your head, please, for when you're less busy.
Okay, Lucas. Noted.
Perfect. Speak soon.